Hey, welcome to Scaredycast, everybody. Straight up, right off the bat, I'm just going to apologize for being a short episode. We got the orchestra screening tonight. We're running late. We're running behind. So the bad news is short episode. The good news is we're going to shut the fuck up and get straight to the news and shit. Let's go.
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom. Right. What's first in a barrel?
Somebody give me a creep of the week.
Kelsey, let's give it to you.
All right.
Everybody's going to be like, this is the best episode ever.
They're like, thank God these people shut the fuck up for once. We say that now. That's not going to be
Yeah.
okay, so do you guys know
Creepily.
how President McKinley died?
Who's that?
President McKinley?
President
That's
McKinley.
a real president. Am I saying the right president? Yes.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't even
I
know there was a president. I can't name all the
That
presidents.
sounds
This
like
is what happens when I can't look at the article.
that sounds like a cute name for a big fluffy white cat in like a kid's movie.
Guess who got an
McKinley?
F in social studies?
Bing, 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 bing.
This guy.
All right, so we're going to say President McKinley. He was shot twice by an assassinator.
What?
Close range.
Assassin or assassinator?
Assassinator.
Okay, George Bush.
Assassinator.
Yeah.
Every
one of them,
episode we should just put in
Assassinators.
we should just put in like a George W. Bush word, and then people like that's like a code word, and then people have to if
secret
they're
word.
paying attention, and then they're
We do
entered
the
into
Pee Wee
something.
Herman thing when it's a secret word.
So he was shot twice,
Okay.
in close range, and he didn't directly die from the bullet wounds. You know, it took a little while for him to die.
Yeah.
Like a week?
Oh yeah, like a week or two, something
Okay,
like that.
okay.
And so what was proposed at the time is that these people, like, the doctors and stuff that were around for him to, like, that were checking on him, stuff like that. Once he died, they were like, oh, the bullets must have been poisoned or it had like bacteria on them and like all this stuff. When it came out, so it's really rare to be able to see, autopsy reports and writings like this. So it's actually really rare for us to even be able to have access to this. But recently it came out that we do have the autopsy report. And apparently, even though the doctor that had like sewn him up and stuff left one of the bullets in him, and then also didn't sew him up very properly.
Oh my God.
Do your job, fool.
So, of course, that couldn't be the reason that he passed away. There had to be bacteria and, like, weird stuff on the bullets. So they did the autopsy. They look at the bullets. They figure out, oh, my God, they're here. They're coming to get us.
Dude,
We gotta go.
World War III's happening outside.
Shit,
There's a
sounds-
lot of
Imagine
sirens.
we go out and it's like one of those movies where it's like you go out and it's just quiet and no one's there. No one's
heard
at like Orca.
I heard like a monster truck go down the road and now a bunch of sirens. Like something's happening out there.
Hell
OJ,
yeah.
he's out there.
Oh God, again?
He hasn't been in the headlines for, you know what? He's like, y'all been forgetting about me, okay?
OJ.
Never forget about Jay.
You know Byron, my friend's related to OJ.
That is, Byron, nothing
It's crazy.
anymore surprises me about Byron. We have
Shut
to
up.
have him on an episode because his stories.
Shut up, Byron.
Shut it, Byron.
No, shout out.
I was like,
I
damn.
thought you were doing like a
jeez.
shut up, Meg.
Oh God. What do
guys.
you think we think of you? Jesus.
Man.
She's just out here.
Okay.
Somebody buy this
So
woman
this
a
doctor.
drink.
So this doctor, they do an autopsy and they figure out that no, the bullets were not poisoned. They didn't have a special bacteria on them. But what makes this doctor a creep of the week is that he took the bacteria that was in the body of the president, because there was bacteria in him. Obviously, he had open wounds. He was shot, not addressed properly. And he put them into rabbits and dogs
The bacteria.
The
from the
bacteria.
bullet wound.
from this president, from this assassinated president.
Why?
Reasons unknown. Reasons unknown. And so I think maybe just to see what was going to happen and if the bacteria was the reason that he died. I'm not super sure. So it's unknown what happened to the rabbits themselves, but apparently, yeah, they probably died. But the dogs had like temperatures of like 104. Obviously, you inject them with bacteria, like they're gonna get sick.
Dude.
But then other than that, they were acting fine. And that's kind of where the story ends. But yeah, this this doctor was trying to find every other reason except for him being a really shitty doctor of why President McKinley ended up dying. It sounds like he probably shouldn't have died from these bullet wounds. Like I mean, you never know what's gonna happen, but it sounds
is
like
this
they were like still open and stuff.
Is this the same doctor?
This is the same doctor. There was multiple doctors that worked on him, but it's the same doctor that like was responsible for doing his surgery and like sewing him up, left the bullet in there and all this stuff.
So do you think that he was trying to cover his tracks?
I think he was trying to prove like
and be
it's
like,
the bacteria.
see, the animals are dying and it's the bacteria, not my negligence and my
what
horrible.
What even makes you think of doing? I just don't understand.
Because he got in trouble. Now he doesn't want. He's trying to get out of trouble. Like that's fucked. What a piece of shit. And then it's always the animals, man. Animals pay for our fucking. Oh, it's rough,
true.
man.
That's very true.
rough.
That's why them cows are coming through the ceiling. They're just,
Dude.
And orcas.
Yeah, and orcas.
Well, yeah, there. With the whole like animal thing, there was that. I think he was like a German. I don't know, some old scientist that was like putting dogs and sewing them onto each other and like seeing if they
like
could.
Human centipedes.
Yeah, it was. Well, but no, I mean, like full on like. Here's a German Shepherd. I've seen pictures. It's like a German Shepherd, and then like out of its shoulder is like chest up with the front arms and everything of like a smaller
a conjoined
dog.
twin type thing.
Yes, like sewn onto parts, and then like tried to.
Was this like Nazi shit?
Probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably Nazi, but I think it was like an old German doctor. But I've seen this
Like
shit, man.
Stalin.
I would say look it up, but don't. It's just sad. It's like what the fuck do people think? Like we're playing God, you know? We're sitting here
like,
trying to.
If
chop.
animals wanted to, we'd be done.
I kind of hope
we wouldn't
that's the way
stand
it
a
does.
chance.
Honestly,
Just-
I would rather
just
die
like-
to an animal apocalypse than
Yeah.
like our own nuclear war or
Dude,
some
just
shit.
cats alone.
Yeah.
Like if catches were like, you know what, fuck these guys.
I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah, and they just all banded together, like we're done, dude.
Especially
You
because
know,
like
you get a herd of cats.
I mean, an
fuck you
APC, like a tank's not going to be hurt by a bunch
Oh
of
god,
cats.
no, dude, no.
no, it'd be like sneak attacks in the middle of the night where they bite you and
Yeah.
then you don't realize it, and then because their bites are so bacteria filled,
It
speaking of
gets
bacteria,
infected.
yes, they have nasty bites.
What if cats killed McKinley? Cats killed President McKinley. It was
cats
the
shot him?
bacteria.
and that was
It was the bacteria,
Oh.
which is why
Okay.
nothing really happened to the animals because it was just like a cat bite.
Sure.
Maybe
What
he
else
was
we got?
allergic. Sorry. Anyways,
Something really cool happened this week.
what? I love cool
Tony
things.
or do we want to save that?
Save it for the movie news
We're going
reviews.
to
Yeah,
save for the movie.
Okay.
I
So
didn't get.
cliffhanger.
Yeah. We're in movies now. Let's just do it. I got an email. There's a new movie coming out called Cult Kill. They wanted us to check it out, give it a review. Guys, y'all had time to watch it.
First
I
of
did
all,
not.
shout out because that was so cool getting a screener link.
Dude, yeah.
Movie is out January 19th. So whether you're watching this on social media, you might hear this about it before it's come out or on the day it's come out. Or if you're listening to this on Monday, then it's already been out. It's already in theaters.
Yeah.
Antonio Banderas.
Antonio Banderas.
I have not seen him in something in so
He was in Indiana
long.
Jones.
Do you think
just last
he's-
year?
Well, I didn't watch that.
That doesn't even.
I haven't
There's
seen
only
it.
3 Indiana
I
Jones
haven't seen
movies,
it.
pal.
This one's the fourth one. It's good.
Do you still think Antonio Banderas is like a daddy?
Oh God!
Please.
Why are you looking at her and asking? Like, I mean, I just rewatched Zorro not too long ago. Holds up so good.
What about Once Upon a Time in Mexico?
Oh God, yeah. Desperado.
Desperado.
Dude, and don't even get me started on Interview with a Vampire.
Puss in Boots.
Oh,
Puss in
long
Boots is my
hair.
personal
Oh my
fave.
Puss in
God.
Boots, great.
I love them.
Yeah, so Cult Kill, we got a screener link. It was super awesome. So shout out. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, that was way cool.
Basically, what this movie is about is you're introduced to Antonio Banderas. He's a private investigator. And he runs into this woman in a bar, thinks that maybe she might be getting herself into some trouble. Turns out she's a badass.
Damn.
She holds her own. And then they end up linking up, end up working together as private investigators. He brings her on. And then so really it takes you through this journey of, it goes kind of back and forth a little bit. So if you are watching it, at first it was a little confusing. I wasn't sure what's going on. But then you get used, okay, it's like doing flashbacks and stuff like that of them working together. And basically they work to try to take down, they find out some weird stuff about these really rich people that basically own this Irish town, kind of.
Yeah, it's all in Ireland.
Ireland. Beautifully shot. I thought it was,
I thought it was filmed great.
Yeah, it was there was a lot of great cinematography in it. And the baseline of the story, I think, is something that we can all get behind.
Honestly, there was like two main things. One of them being like rich people and the sick shit that they do behind closed doors and with all these secrets and stuff. And that movie really pushes just how fucked up people can be. And like that hit hard. It's pretty a lot of trigger warnings. Yeah, a lot of trigger warnings in the movie. Yeah. But it's cool because the whole time, obviously, you're rooting for justice. But the other big topic that this movie covers is having trauma and going through things yourself and taking the harder but right option of doing something with your life after horrible things and not letting what they call the monster win. Yeah. And this movie has it shows the contrast of dealing with this like horrible trauma, and it's just a reminder that like horrible things are going on in the world. I thought it was pretty powerful. I thought it was a little long. I think it could have been a little bit shorter, but it definitely has some twists and turns. I'd 7 out of 10. I think it was just a really it's just a good movie. It was just good.
Yeah, I think it's definitely worth a watch for sure. And that's a good point because it is quite literal in it compares a couple of the characters. Like, they have pretty similar backgrounds.
Yes.
Maybe one is a little bit more intense, a little different, obviously, but at the base of what they went through, very similar. And quite literally, it shows the light and the dark of you can use, either you can let your past define you and overwhelm you and overcome you, or you can let it be a part of you and use it for good, which I think is also something that I really loved. Antonio Banderas in this movie is a great mentor.
Oh yeah.
And no matter what you're going through, I think someone can take it from you. So Cold Kill. I think I would say you gave it a 7. Yeah. I think I would agree with that for sure.
I don't think this was transcendent, and it was not at all a bad movie. There was things I liked more and things I didn't like more, but overall, I was left with you know what? It had a decent message without throwing it in your face. Yeah. And I think it was just it was an interesting story. It was pretty violent at times. It was cool. I liked it.
It did have some pretty gory moments for sure, but it wasn't overly gory. And there was something that definitely really shocked me kind of towards the beginning of the movie, and I was like, oh shit.
And I will say
that's the way you were going with this. Okay.
This movie gets better. This is the last thing I'll say about it. It gets better as you watch it. Yeah. At first I was like, this movie's a 6. It's just above average to me. I'm like, whatever. And I was like, And then it ramps up and slowly drip feeds you.
It's a slow burn.
Kinda. And then by the end of it, I was like, you know what? That was a 7. It was well told. I think it was almost perfect. I think it was fairly well made. Yeah. I think it was fairly well made.
Cold Kill?
Cold Kill.
7 out of 10.
Cold Kill in theaters right now.
Right now.
I didn't get a chance to watch it. Didn't have time. But the other night, I watched a movie called Destroy All Neighbors.
Oh yeah,
you were pretty stoked about this.
I was really about it. I was so stoked. I skipped the trailers. I'm like, I saw the cast. I saw the poster for it. It was incredible, and I was like, I'm in. Whoa. It was okay.
Oh, I know. I thought you were going to watch that Bigfoot porn.
Well, I thought it was another one.
The one with the curvy chicks, and that was sick.
No, I watched that one this week. I wish I watched that one.
He's got to space them out, Brian. Okay, you can't have all Bigfoot porn all the time.
Not me.
Then you're going to get...
Speak for yourself.
Brian's like, I'm watching one
back
right
to back,
now.
Dude, I'm a movie. What do you think I got on my phone right now?
I know what you got on your phone over there. Okay.
No, actually, I was going to say this to say that, but I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to keep doing this because this shows off our stickers because we have stickers that you can get. So if it picks it up on here at all, it's free advertising.
I think that angle is probably not the best to show that.
I'll just hold it.
All right. So what was this about?
It's about this Jonah Ray. He plays this guy. He's like a progressive rock.
Progressive?
Why'd you say it so weird?
He's a progressive rock.
Progressive rock band.
I might be having a stroke. I don't know what's happening over here.
Please don't. Okay? We got a long night.
He's working on his music, and he's just really about his music. And then he gets a new neighbor named Vlad, played by Alex Winter.
Don't know who that is.
He's Bill from Bill and Ted.
Hey!
But he's under a lot of makeup. He looks like this old Irish looking guy, kind of like Russian. No, he's like a Russian guy. And he's a really loud neighbor. And so Jonah Ray, he can't sleep. He goes over one night and be like, hey man, keep it down already. You're super loud. Vlad accidentally dies.
Accidentally.
Okay.
He falls on some weightlifting equipment and it like stabs him, and then like weights come together and his head gets knocked off.
That's cool.
It gets crazy.
I like that.
But Vlad doesn't die.
Oh.
Vlad's like undead now. Basically, it's about
zombie?
Basically, it's about he's not like a zombie. He's just undead, I guess.
What the fuck does
He
that
just
mean?
haven't died.
Like Weekend at
Like
Bernie's.
you can still talk to him and everything. Like he's still talking
Like
and
his
yelling at
heart's
him.
not beating.
Yeah. And then there's like a few
like a
other neighbors
Frankenstein.
that also die accidentally.
Why is everyone
around him.
accidentally dying?
They're just all accidentally dying, but they all come together to help him make his prog rock album in the end.
This sounds like a fever dream.
It's very crazy, but it wasn't. I think the problem is maybe I always try to skip trailers if I'm looking forward to a movie because I don't want
Maybe
anything
you would
spoiled.
know what's going on if you watched
But
the
I
trailer.
probably should have watched the trailer because I went in thinking like, oh my God, destroy all neighbors. This looks like some kind of crazy Evil Dead zombie ate my neighbor's Super Nintendo game turned movie thing.
Which would have been sweet.
Oh God, yeah.
In like the Bill and Ted universe.
But
you
instead
know?
it just takes, it's just they just make a prog rock album in the end.
Was it good music?
It's good
Fine.
music. There's good music and the effects are amazing.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, like there's like puppetry and it's all kinds of crazy shit.
But it was shit.
I mean, it wasn't shit. It was just
Not great.
You weren't
Just in the
expecting
middle.
it? You're expecting something else.
I'll tell you this much. I might give it a rewatch later on in life.
Really?
Maybe.
So you didn't hate it?
I didn't hate it.
All right, give me
but
a
it was-
rating. Boom.
Like a 5.
Oof.
Like a
Out of
5,
10?
6. 5, 6 out of 10.
Ah,
If
what is it,
you-
man? One or the other, man. It's
Maybe
got
like a 5.5.
You can't be halves. You either
All right,
are or you
5.5.
aren't.
I'm right down the middle with it.
Oh my god.
If you would have known what it was about going into it, would you have better expectation? Like, would you have a better rating, or no, it's the same?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
it's not great.
What else we got? We got some cryptid stuff.
Ooh, yeah. No, you know it's not great. I'm not happy about it, and I'll tell you why. I'm not happy. I'm not happy, guys.
Tell us.
So there's this place in Argentina. What is it? Argentina.
Argentina.
Argentina. See, I can't even. There's a city called Argentine in Argentina.
Are you sure?
I think that's what it was.
It's like having
it's
Phoenix
fucking-
and Phoenix or something.
or it was just called like Phoenix,
yeah.
but it's in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Like ugh.
Arizona and Arizona.
That'd be
Zone,
like
yeah, I don't
having
like
a
that.
United State. That's a city in the United States.
Good one.
I don't know if that's true or not. We're gonna have so many people saying like, people from Argentina are gonna be
Regardless,
pissed.
there was a goblin, or what they also call a duende.
Yeah.
That was seen. There's this dog. There's footage. All I saw was I couldn't find the footage.
Huh.
All I saw was the picture with a massive red circle where you see this little looks like Sonic the Hedgehog, but it's all dark. So it's just like this flash of like a little thing. They're calling it a goblin because it's only like 2-3 feet tall.
Yeah.
But you can see this dog's just going fucking ape shit in the corner of the camera, and you're like, what is it? It's just a still camera at night, of course. And it's just this field, and then all of a sudden you see this little fucking thing, dude. It's like this little,
Like a little, a quick
little goblin.
quick little
yeah,
like.
yeah. Because the picture that I saw, the still image has like the kind of like the phase lines, like it's moving. You can tell that it's moving. But I was like, I don't know. So I didn't have the video. I could do more research to try and find it. But from what I saw in the picture and stuff, yeah, I don't fucking know. But apparently. Goblin is what the people are calling it around.
So there's a goblin
around
side.
town. They're
Okay.
saying it's like a little because it's just way too fast and way too small.
So you when I'm out drinking.
But it looks like it's running on two
running
legs,
around.
and I don't think she going. Never mind. I'm not gonna go there.
Okay.
What were you gonna say?
Well, I mean, if you're drunk, you're probably stumbling on your two legs
So?
and not running like
Sometimes
this little
I'm running.
thing was.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm running.
Or sometimes you're like doing this weird dance thing where you
Yeah,
have
I
like your arm out.
When you're really
Yeah.
drunk.
Well, I remember I dropped her off.
I was
one night and-
I was getting my bag up on my shoulder. That's not fair.
Did
First
she
of all.
flip you off in that?
No, she was like walking. She had like her arm out. She's like doing one of these kind of
multiple
walks.
bags that were really big,
I should
too big
post
for
the
me to
video
be
so
carrying.
everybody can look.
That's right. In
You
the
did
parking
post it on the
lot.
story. I think you did.
Oh, you probably have it somewhere.
I was trying to go into my house and I had a lot of things because we had an event and we were drinking, and so that I had all these things, and I was trying to walk. And I'm small. Anyways, okay.
And I'm small.
We have to wrap this up because it is almost time for Orca the Killer Whale.
Yes! I've been waiting to watch this movie since you told us about it over a year ago.
I cannot wait. And then so by next week, we'll be able to have a review of it. But it has been a very long day, and it's going to be even longer.
Oh, yeah.
But thanks to Magic Mind, we're definitely going to be able to get through this day. It's going to help us stay aware so that we can pay attention to the movie, as well as be there 100% for everyone that comes out to support us. I really can't say enough good things about Magic Mind. You guys have heard us talk about it before, but it has so many great things for you. You know, it has a lot of vitamins. It has mushrooms, which are definitely all the rage right now. Matcha also helps you keep your mind clear.
I like Magic Mind, but my wife depends on Magic Mind.
Yeah?
Anytime I get more Magic Mind, she's like, thank God, because she works retail. She's like, yeah, she really
she's
loves
like around
it.
those fluorescent lights all day.
Yeah, I'm at home all day, so I'm
dealing with customers.
I'm kind of just chill, but she's dealing with, and yeah, it's those customers too. Oh my God. She works in the floral department, and they'll come in and be like the other day she was telling me about how there was flowers and they just hadn't blossomed yet because they're
they're flowers and they're on their own time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were mad about it. They were like, why are these dead? And she's like, they're not dead.
They're actually really alive.
Yeah, they're
going to last a lot
they're
longer.
actually the opposite of dead. They're like, well, these look pretty dead to me. And she's like, well, they're the opposite of dead. Just, go home, give them water, put them in light, and you'll see. But yeah, Magic Mind helps her out.
Well, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
You already shaded it. It's typical Brian, already shaded shot. But yeah, thank you, Magic Mind, keeping us sane.
That's what's so great, is they're only a shot. It's not like this giant thing you have to make or mix. It's already there. Pop it, shot it,
pop it,
done.
Drink your caffeine along with it, and you're good to go.
And even though it's healthy, it still encourages you to drink it with your caffeine. It's not like this thing that's like, nope, no, you can't drink anything. No, it tells you to do it with it.
And anyone that wants to try it, we also have a promo code.
Oh!
Yeah, we do. Real quick, I just remembered something. Sorry, keep talking.
Okay.
I believe you can go to magicmind.com and use Scaredycast, right?
Yes.
For 20%
Scaredycast.
off to be able to get your own Magic Mind. And if you guys do try it, let us know what you think, because we'd love to see.
Yeah, try it out.
For you
Seriously.
guys.
Plus, you can get them for cheap.
Real quick, just a little shout out to Bobby B.
Bobby B.
He sent us a listener story.
I love listener stories.
We're not going to have time to get to it this week.
Ooh, but we're going to get it
because
it's a banger.
It's a big story.
Okay, really
so
quick.
we're going to settle in next week for this one.
Ooh, can I tell it?
Yeah. Oh, of course. Absolutely.
That looks like, have you ever been with someone and they're on the phone, or you see someone on the train or on the bus or in a restaurant or something, and you can tell they're fighting with someone and they're writing a big text? That's exactly what
you're like,
they're in trouble.
I don't want to be Tony right now.
And then someone replies back just 2 words. You're like, oh fuck, someone's getting murdered.
Someone's in trouble.
Bobby B, shout out. Thank you so much we want more stories. Everyone listening, please send us your stories. We'll fucking read them.
Before we go, real quick.
Yeah.
Let me just throw this ghost news out there. You guys remember Suzanne Somers dying not too long ago?
Yeah, 2-3 years.
Suzanne Somers. Three's Company. Step by Step.
Yeah.
I forgot that she passed away.
Well, apparently her husband is saying that she's still around.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa, she's hanging out.
There's been a couple weird instances that has happened in their house, I guess, and he thinks it's her.
She's doing jazzercise stuff.
So she got the Thigh Master. Was that her? Did she do Thigh Master?
She did a lot of the infomercial exercise stuff.
He said one day at their house, a hummingbird got into their house.
Okay.
And flew over and landed on a picture of both of them.
Aww.
When have you ever seen a hummingbird land?
Or even go in somewhere.
I mean, I've seen them land on feeders because they'll stop and
I haven't seen them land.
They're eating stuff.
Yeah.
I never seen them land on those. I just see them hover and
branches and stuff.
And then he says,
okay, that's enough to make me go,
Okay.
Was a hummingbird a special thing to her?
I don't know.
Huh.
Either way.
It's pretty special.
The fact that it,
Well, here's the next thing.
Yeah.
The fireplace in their house turned on by itself.
Okay.
And then
dangerous.
That's
that's a gas
hazard.
leak.
their radio turned on.
Suzanne, knock it off.
Hey, you're gonna burn. She's trying to kill everybody.
The stereo turned on to her favorite composer. So the fireplace turned on, and then the stereo turned on with her favorite music.
she
on.
was trying to get
She was like, I'm not getting no action in the ghost world right now.
Suzanne Somers trying to fuck.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace, Suzanne Somers.
But you know,
Your
good
work
for
has
her.
inspired
she
so
was,
many.
She was hot all through
was.
her
She
days.
She was, and she was like, one of those. She was like your mom, kind of growing up. You know how you have TV moms and dads, kind of.
Okay. It depends on what
Yeah.
Suzanne Somers you liked. Three's
I guess
Company,
so.
not like your mom. She's like the hot.
I was a Step by Step. That's who I know
Okay.
Suzanne Somers from. Was Step by Step.
I loved that.
I did too.
All right.
Step by step, day by day, the fresh start.
I was raised
over.
by Bill Cosby.
Oh no,
Dr. Huxtable.
Jiggly pop.
Pudding pop.
Let's get out of here. Please go to patreon.com/scaredycast to support the show. We love you.
Bye.
Pudding pop.